Okay, next day revision for year 7 is place value part 3. In fact, I missed the last part of the last question. The last question was all about these numbers, and we had 35.26. It says round Chi's number to one significant figure. Well, what we've got to remember is when we've got 35.26, the first significant figure is the one with the highest value. And in this case, it is the 3 tens as opposed to the 1 5 or the 6 hundredths or the 2 tenths. So the 30 is the 3 for 30 is the biggest significant figure, or is the significant figure. So what we then do is we look at the 5 and decide what it does to the 3. Well, it makes it into a 4. We've then got to account for its place. Because it's in the 30s, we round up to 40. So to one significant figure, 40. We don't need to put the decimal points in. Okay, number 5. Draw arrows to the number line to show the position of each of these numbers. Well, I'm a big fan of scales, and I always look to see whether they're going up in 10s, 20s, 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, that's not 100, 20, 40, 60 is not 100. Halfway is 50, so I can see this is going up in 25s. So personally, once I know that scale, I would write, why not write them on? And then I can see that 150 is here. In fact, draw an arrow to it. There you go. That was a bit ridiculous, wasn't it? And 75 is just there. Okay. And then it says draw an arrow onto this number line to show the approximate position of 0.35. Same sort of thing. I'm going up to 1 here, so I'm probably looking, is it going up in 0.1s? 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, no, it's not. I try 0.2s, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1. That's right. So I've got 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8. Oops, draw that one a bit better. Then think about the halfways. So halfway between 0.2 and 0.4, that will be 0.3. And then what I've got is I'm going about halfway again. So somewhere in there. This is an approximation. And finally on this bit, write down the value of the 5 in each of these numbers. Well, it's all about place value, as the topic is. I've got the ones, the tenths, the hundredths, and then this one is the thousandths. So the 5 is in the hundredths, so it's 5 hundredths. That's what I would write here. I've going into, so I've got the ones, the tens, the hundreds. I've got the thousands. And then I've got the 10,000s. So a lot of people get that bit wrong. And of course, and then I've got the 100,000. If you said this number, 751,602, I say the value of the 5, 700, it's 50,000. So 50,000. And finally, this one, you've got to get these right. So we're in the normal digits, then we're in the thousands, and then we're in the millions. So in this bit here, these are all the millions, and then we actually get to billions if we're looking at money. So this is 500 million. Now, whether they want this, it doesn't say whether it wants it in words or in values. So 500 million for me is right. If you had to write 500 million, suppose you'd have to. I think the question should be a bit more explicit as what it wants. Okay, but they're the answers.